I have to drop off probably a bit early, Danielle, because I've got another Zoom as well. So,
That's fine. You can get the recording.
yeah.
So, hello, my name's Danielle Tooley. If you don't know me, because this is going to be recorded, so people will see this later. I'm going to share my screen so that you can get an understanding of the business that I've invested in. So, and if you have any questions at the end, I can then address them. Now, just sharing my screen now. All right, we go over here. You can see the madness of all my tabs, which is always lovely. Okay, so I want to show you about the 5-step legacy builder blueprint to how you can make 6 figures online. But for earnings disclaimer, you might want to screenshot this because everybody's experience is obviously different from each other based on, what's happening in the industry, your personal skills, your experience, the effort that you put in, and the market conditions. So no earnings projections, promises, or representations are made about your earning potential. So just make sure you screenshot that so you know. So by engaging with our content, you agree that you understand this disclaimer and accept all risks associated with business activities. It's like anything that you invest in always comes with some sort of risk. So are you here because you are ready to learn how to make passive daily pay online, but you don't know where to start? And I totally understand that because I scrolled for 2 summers on social media, watching people make money online. I was particularly interested in affiliate marketing, tried my hand at it by myself without actually reaching out to anyone. Failed miserably because I had no idea what I was doing. And my whole idea was that I was going to make it by showcasing my dog and maybe doing it through products. But you really do need to reach out to someone because someone with valuable skills and expertise in the area will actually show you how it's possible, not just winging it like I was trying to do. But then it took actually till the end of last year where I was so burnt out from work because those that know me, I am an empowerment, energy, and mindset coach, was doing a lot of travel overseas and interstate. And I was trying to juggle being a mum as well and single mum, no partner. And I just, hit a wall. So maybe you can relate to this some way in your life where you're working that 9 to 5 grind and you get to a point where you're like, I'm not actually getting anywhere. I'm on a hamster wheel. And what else is out there that's going to, create an income for me without me having to kill myself in the process? So as I said, I'm a mum of 2 teenagers and I've worked as an energy business and mindset coach for the last 25 plus years. I've worked with thousands of people to create their dream lives and businesses. And now I'm empowering people to create their own online businesses and or upscale their existing businesses in the online digital marketing space. So this is for people as well that already have an existing business too. So it's not just for people wanting to promote this particular business. So after tonight, you might, whether you choose to invest in this business or not, you will actually find valuable skills that I'll teach you that you can implement into any business moving forward. And that's my gift to you. So as I said, I'm a mum of 2. So these are my beautiful children, which you've probably seen all over social media anyway. And what I love about the business that I've invested in is that it's all about about community, and they believe in family coming first, which means you don't have to work 1,000 hours to get the results that you would like to get, and then miss out on valuable family time like I was doing. I have some mummy guilt now because I missed out on lots of long weekends, lots of weekends, and lots of school holidays because I was always working. And because I just had to put it in anywhere I could. And there was so many times my kids were off camping with their dad and I was working. And although I loved my job so dearly, it gets to a point where you're like, you've only got 18 years with your kids, literally 18 summers, 18 Christmases. And it goes like that. And you wake up and you go, oh shit. So I am going to teach you tonight a 5-step blueprint that our community uses to learn how to make passive income online in a 2-hour workday, would you believe? And I'm going to share with you some of our community wins. So Marianne is a grandma. She drives around in an RV. All she has is her phone and some Wi-Fi, and she's made over 100,000 since January 1st, 2024. So she's a mom of 3, grandmother of 6, and her goal is to retire soon. And I can see that well and truly on the way. And these figures, by the way, would have changed because I created this, what do you call it? Presentation a bit ago now. So this would have even increased even more. Michelle, who actually created the program, she is a self-made millionaire and was able to do that within 17 months of following this step-by-step blueprint. She's a mum of 6. She has 2 still at home and she has 5 grandchildren. And her story is really interesting because she didn't come from money. And she was actually, one day, her daughter was very, very sick in hospital and she was having to run to her job, come back, be with her daughter in hospital overnight, and was literally living on about 2 hours of sleep. And then the bill came in for the hospital fees and it was over 20 grand. And she said to herself, I'm never putting myself in this situation again. She's actually an introvert, hated being on camera, hated speaking to people, would always be like this. But she knew that the only way to get ahead was to actually put herself out there and suck it up and do it. And she's created this. So absolutely amazing. And her target is to create in the community over 1,000 6-figure earners and over 1,000 millionaires. That's her target because she actually wants to stop people from struggling in their day-to-day life. And that's why this program actually gives you 100% profit. Would you believe? 100% profit. That blew my freaking mind, coming from a space where I was giving commissions back to a company to use their tools. In fact, 20 grand in one of my financial years in commissions alone. And that in itself was burning me out because I was like, fuck, like I'm working my ass off and I'm having to go like that. And also, sorry, excuse my French, I'm a bit of a swearer. And on top of that, I was having to pay for ongoing trainings. And with this, you invest once, there are no ongoing fees. That's it. And they add trainings every single week and you do not have to pay for them. And that absolutely blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. I was like, where is the catch? Where's the catch? There actually isn't one, by the way. I tried to look. It doesn't exist. She's actually that generous. There are people out there, would you believe, that are like that. Jenna is a teacher that was dying for the weekend and a summer break. She's made 300K in 9 months. Again, this will have changed. Amy, 100K in 9 months. She was working 2 jobs, 18 hours a day, single mum, and she escaped the 70-hour workday. And Daryl has an awesome story too. He was a welder for 14 years and he was fired. Never touched the online space. He's a manual worker. He ended up being homeless for 3 months because he had credit card debt. And he's made over 100,000 since January 15th as well, 2024. And again, will have changed because time has passed. This lady's got an awesome story as well. If you don't think you can fit in a 2-hour workday, check this chick out. She's amazing. She's made over 300,000 in 8.5 months. She's a mum of 3 boys with special needs. 2 of them have special needs. The other one has autism, and she's an army wife. So her husband's never home. So she managed to fit all of that in. And I think one of her babies is like 1, like they're all under that very young age, which, if you're a mum, I know you are, Danella. I'm not sure about you. Yep. You'll know what it's like trying to, and then with special needs on top of that. Insane. And then I just popped all these into, these are your everyday people just like you and me, just decided to take a chance on this business and are making these kind of figures. 10K in less than 3 weeks, a 600 ding while studying, $10,000. What's she written? I just realized my last sale made me hit my first 10K. This lady she just made headlines in the last few days as well. She made 100,000 in 6 months. And then there's down here a lady called Crystal. She's then the newest 6-figure income earner, and she's made 100,000 in 7.5 months. So people are making money in a very short amount of time, which you don't find in many businesses at all. Like, you literally have to work years to get that kind of income. I worked as an empowerment coach for 11.5 years, and I didn't start making my 6-figure incomes to the last few, and then literally had to burn myself out in the process. I have to laugh about it now. It wasn't funny at the time. So what do you need to do to get there? So this is the skills I'll teach you in this webinar now that you can utilize going forward, whether you choose to come on board and play in this space or not. I hope that I can deliver you some valuable information. So step 1, you want to promote a product or programs that are in high demand. That's your first step, right? You want to find something that's in high demand. And the world is going digital, right? We all know that. It's a digital space, so it makes sense to be in that space. The digital goods economy is already a gigantic USD 950 billion market. Huge. The e-learning industry did 950,000 million in 2019. It averages 1.2 billion a day in 2024, and it is projected to hit 3 billion by 2027. So if you think the space is saturated, it ain't. It's going to keep growing at a rapid rate. So it just makes sense to promote a product that is growing at a rapid rate. So you want to promote digital programs, a proven program like the one I'm going to show you, which gives you 100% profit. If you say, for example, sell a lip gloss, right? You've got manufacturing costs, you've got, overheads, there's a bunch of things that you have to factor in, and you will end up with 25% profit. With the digital product, you get 100% profit. So your $900 product gives you $900. Your 25%, your $900 product will give you 25% of that, which is $225. So your lip gloss is around $9, and then you'd have to sell 100 of those lip glosses to make your $900, whereas you only have to sell this program to one person and you make $900 from one customer. It's the same with things like massage and any sort of healing modality. I was charging $150 for 60 minutes. So I would have to do at least, because this is in USD, I'd have to at least do about 8 customers to make that $900. That's a lot of hours in a week, right? So you've got to think about your time. Time is really valuable and important to us these days because we don't have much time left, as you know. So what you want to do is promote a proven program that makes you 100% profit, that gives you daily pay directly into your bank account, which is what this does. And you want to learn and earn at the same time. So whilst you're learning the training, you can implement it straight away and earn money straight away. I did a digital marketing course back in 2019. It didn't give me the ability to learn and earn at the same time. It gave me some valuable tools, but I no longer have access to that training. And a lot of it's not valid anymore. And the thing that I love about this is they're adding training, so they're keeping you up to date with industry trends because it's always evolving. And I love that you can sell something that helps other people. So a lot of people are currently in a lot of financial strain and pain. Everyone I'm speaking to is either losing their job, like even today, I bought Luna a blanket, and the lady was like, "Oh, you know, maybe you can upgrade your Adairs, you know, membership. It's 19.95." And then I said, "There's no point. Like, I'm not coming in here as much anymore buying things." And she goes, "You and everyone. Like, we're really looking at where we need to save our money." I would have, in a heartbeat, 2-3 years ago, updated that membership straight away. But for me, I'm looking carefully at everything I'm spending my money on, which is not a bad thing. And also what I love about this is people want to feel part of something. And that's why there's an amazing, I recorded, didn't I? I just need to check. Did I record? Oh my gosh. I just had one of those moments. So people want to feel a part of something, and you can run alongside other people in the community that are actually excited about you winning and receiving money. Like the other day, I announced that I'd made 10.9K in 10 days in the community, and the amount of people that were messaging and replying and liking and saying really beautiful things, and also asking me, you know, like, how did you do it and what platforms are you on? So we're all like vibing and helping each other, and it's so, so nice. And what Michelle, the creator of this program, absolutely does not tolerate is any bullying or any kind of negativity of any kind. She really nips it in the bud straight away. She's kind, generous, and she's also really firm. I love it. And our Legacy Builder program made $9.2 million in the last 82 days, by the way, which is averaging over $112,000 daily. Now, that money has gone into the pockets of the people in the community. So not to that person at the top. It's like into the pockets of people just like you and me. So even I got a cut of that. So I'm very excited that I'm part of this legacy, so to speak. It's a legacy builders program. So next, ready to stop trading your time for money. What you want to do is you want to step 2, because I've talked about step 1, you want to automate your business. Very, very important. And how do you automate your business? Well, you have a landing page that people go to, they put their email in, and then the automations begin to remind them about the business. Now, you don't have to be there trying to figure out, like, I need to send an email today. It's all done on timing, and it's all templated. So all of this is done for you. So once it's set up, it's done. All you need to do is drive traffic to that landing page. And what happens is if 10 people a day subscribe, then usually 1 out of 20 people will buy. That's the statistic, which gives you $900 a day, which is $6,300 a week, which is $328,500 a year. Would that not change your life just a little bit? And it doesn't seem too hard to get to $900. And I'm going to tell you from my experience and my journey, you don't often always get $900 a day. It could be $1,800 a day, and then you might get a couple of days where there's a little rest, and then some money will come in. It kind of goes like that. And then the way the money comes in is through a Stripe or a PayPal account, which I've chosen to do Stripe. So my Stripe account is set up with that landing page. So that's all automated. So you could be sleeping and people are basically, which has happened to me quite a bit. I've been sleeping and I've woken up in the morning and I've got payments in my account, which just blows my mind, because there's not many things where you've had to do that. Usually you have to chase your clients for money and remind them. They get to do it at their own pace. And what happens to the ones that do not buy? Well, your email automations will kick in, and this is what gives you a rejection-free business. So basically you don't get people telling you no. They're not coming, you're not having to ask them and them saying no. They get to, you know, create their what they want out of this on their own terms. So now that your business is on autopilot, what comes next? Step 3 is getting your business discovered. So how do we do that? We have the ultimate discovery system. You can build a brand, including faceless branding. So you're building your own brand. And then you do a copy and paste free ads. So there's lots of ways you can copy and paste free ads. We have that teaches you how to do free ads in free ad websites. And then also you've got like lots and lots of Facebook groups you can target. I mean, you've got to look at their rules as well, but that's one place you can play in. But the world is your oyster in terms of that. And we're learning more and more about that. The lady that I bought from, she said she's trialing some systems with this free ad thing, and is getting back to me about some more information on that too. And then you've got social media, and there is 5 billion people just on social media alone. So you get to choose your platform or platforms, and then you can go all out on those. I've chosen a few. And so I'm building my confidence on each of those platforms, and I'm seeing where I suck at some and I've got to do some work there, and where I'm better on others. So, yeah. And what you're doing is you're building that trust and rapport with those people that don't know you. So it's people buy from people that they like, know, and trust. And so you've also got, I forgot, you've got Twitter, you've got LinkedIn, you've got Pinterest. There's just so many. And lots of people in the community have strengths in certain spaces, and they are sharing training as well. So your invisible empire, there's a invisible empire, and you can get a complete guide to how to do a faceless brand, which initially was what I was going to do. I wasn't going to show my face. It took me a few days and I went, stuff it, I'm showing my face now. I got over it. But there's money to be made with the faceless. There are actually people doing that. So if that's the way you want to go, I knew of a couple of people in our community that were doing that because they didn't want their husbands to know that they were doing this. And then they started making a ton of money, and then they told their husbands, and their husbands are like, I want to do it too now. So you got your classified ads, which we talked about earlier. And then you start your 2-hour workday. But do you know what? I've got to be honest, it's so much fun. Sometimes I find myself working way more, and I probably should stop. But you get into this role and have a bit of fun with creating the content and stuff. And sometimes I look at the time and I go, crap, just calm down, Danielle. I had black eyes today because I was in front of my phone for too long. So you have your copying and pasting free ads to high traffic websites for free, which is about 30 minutes of your time. Then you want to create 3 pieces of content, which takes about an hour of your time. And if you have things going on like me, for example, I have floristry school on Monday, Tuesday, and half day some Fridays. So I batch my content. I do way more on the other days so that I've got content to roll over. And then I'm basically posting at certain times of the day. So as I said, every platform behaves very differently. So your TikTok platforms, they love lots of content. So I post 9, 12, and 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They're my times, but you can choose times that work for you. And then I post after 7 on Instagram. So I'm giving you a bit of extra information here. And then the other times I'm learning. So I'm doing some training. I'm responding to comments and emails, and that takes me about 30 minutes. I also go live twice a week. You can choose to go live more than that. It's entirely up to you. You get to choose your own day. Whatever you choose will obviously create more for you or less. And then I'm obviously going live on these webinars 1 day a week, which I may change to 2, because I might do a morning, because I'm getting some feedback that people, can't do evenings, and and you've got different time zones as well. And step 4, you want to be relatable to your audience. And how do you do that? You need to do a stop the scroll type of hook or video or content. So how do you stop the scroll? You start with a hook. You have a hook on the video, you ask a question and or share a story, you stand for something, you use trending music or sounds and add descriptions. They teach you all of this in the trainings. They even give you templates. So if you can't even think of a hook, which I can guarantee you'll have some days where you go, oh my God, I don't know what to choose today. You've got a whole template. You can grab one and run with it. There's so much information in there. It is crazy. Now it's becoming more second nature to me because I've been doing it for 10 weeks now. So I'll be driving and I'll come up with an idea and I'm like, quickly drive into the driveway and I'll just do a video. So you don't have to be perfect. Your hair doesn't have to be perfect. I've even done videos. Would you believe I never thought I'd see the day that I do this? I've even been doing videos in my dressing gown. Would you believe I've gotten the most followers from those and the most likes? Do you know why? Because people can actually relate to that. They can't relate to someone who's trying to be perfect. They just can't. So I've given up. I'm like, fuck it. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm like in the kitchen, walking my dog, whatever it takes. So how do you stop the scroll? You got to know who your perfect customer is. And each of you on here now will know what that is for you. And what I love about the training is it will help you define that and, work it out for you because, there's so many ways you could go, so many directions. You've just got to choose one that resonates with and that you can talk about over and over and over and over again. And then you've obviously then got do a call to action to invite your potential customers back into your Freedom Machine. Now, your Freedom Machine is your automated system. And then step 5, you've got your new customers, and then the whole process starts all over again. So recap. Step 1, promote a product, make 100% profit. Automate your business so it's working for you 24/7. That's an absolute must. I wish I had had this working in my mindset in it because I reckon I would have had much bigger classes. I was very sporadic and very winging. I was winging it with the way I was putting my information out there. And plus I was working so much, I didn't have the time to be on social media all the time. So it's really fun that I actually get to now focus on one thing. So you get your business discovered so you don't have to find your customers. So I want to preface this. This isn't about cold calling your friends and your mates and everyone on social media going in on their DMs. People hate that. I hate that. What I love about this is it's teaching you to attract people to you, not the other way around. Like I literally leave people alone. I let them come to me. And then like if I even have a conversation with them, I let them sit on it. Like you don't want to be even following up with them either. You want to stand out by relating with your content, which sends people back to your automations. So you might be thinking, this sounds good, but I know nothing about products to promote, sales funnels, social media marketing, stop the scroll content. How do I know who my perfect customer is? And this is where this program comes into play for everyone. Like I got Luna clipped the other day, groomed the other day, and the lady was like, I need your help with social media. And I said, I would charge you more to come to me and me help you. You're better off actually buying this and then you can learn it at your own pace. So it's literally for everyone. I even had another girl at floristry school ask me the same thing. When we finish, I want you to help me with social media. I go, I would just send you to this. It's like business in a box. You'll figure it out like way faster and we don't have to sit down one-on-one and be going for hours at it. So to get yourself started, you need a GoDaddy domain name with a .com address, a GoDaddy email. This is what we use. Your $29 website fee. This is what houses all the trainings, and it's one-off. Your payment for your product of choice, and you need your Stripe or PayPal account. And so once you've paid for your product, what comes next? You get your digital growth community. You get inside this amazing community, which you heard me talk about previously. When I first started, I think it was around 11,000 people in it. There's something like 24,000 now. It's grown that quickly. So it says 22.7 there, but it's definitely grown to over 24. I think I saw that the other day. And then it gives you access to all this other information like your content vault, your 90-day legacy run, which I'll explain in a minute. And then you get to chat with people about their journey. So the most popular is obviously the $900 program, which gives you 100% profit. And then you get to sell 4 income streams. So there's 4 income streams. You've got your $100 product, your $300, your $600, and your $900. And some people start at a lesser one and then they upgrade later. When you enroll in the $900 one, though, you get all these bonuses: a digital growth community, the Canva crash course, my 1 million in 17 months blueprint, 30-day market strategy growth plan, a how to start an online business with master resale rights, and 200 digital product ideas. So your mindset, messaging, marketing to your first million, and your invisible empire, building a faceless brand, which so many people are interested in. Did I get someone in? Okay, no worries. Is it a quick question?
I was just going to ask about the website when you get your own domain and your website. So, because I use Squarespace as an example, so would I just set one under whatever platform I want, like Squarespace, or do they?
They don't advise it, because what they've done is they've set up the system so it's beginner friendly and it's all linked, and so that you can get the support with tech support and stuff. If you go using another platform, they can't help you if anything goes
Okay,
wrong.
cool.
And literally, with GoDaddy, the templates just get dropped straight in to the funnel. Yeah, so everything's all linked. Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, see ya. So you get all of that for only $900 and the 4 income streams. So it's about basically $1,900 worth. But I heard Michelle saying the other day that this program is actually worth like $10,000 with the amount of training and stuff they give you. So even that's incorrect. So you've got your digital mastery program, which is $600, your passive daily blueprint, which is $300, and the launch pad, which is $100. And they give you, the 600 one gives you 2 income streams, so the 600 and the 300. And then the launch pad gives you, and the 300 USD passive day blueprint gives you the 100 and 300. And the launch pad gives you 1 income stream. And some people just want that because they just want to learn how to set up landing pages, right? It's whatever, you're meeting people where they're at with what they need. And they have the ability to upgrade later. The only thing is, if you upgrade later, you've only got 30 days to upgrade so that you can do the difference of the price. Otherwise, you have to pay full price again. And you also have to pay a $29 fee again, no matter what, if you upgrade, because it then unlocks the rest of the trainings. So now you want to ask yourself, how much would you like to earn yearly? And I'm asking you this question because it's amazing when you set a target for yourself, what actually occurs with this business. One of the things that I'm really enjoying about it is Michelle bangs on about mindset right the way through, which is so up my alley. It's so important. So I know that anyone else that's listening to this right now would love that too, because it keeps you accountable. It keeps you going. It keeps you moving towards a target that you want. And also, you can look at the life that you want to create and what is that going to look like. So how much would you like to earn yearly? Is it 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 or more? And remember, this is in USD, not in Australian dollars. So if you're saying 100,000 USD, that's more like, I don't know what the conversion is for that. But I know when I receive 900, it's around 1,300 Australian that I'm getting each time. So you get to determine your own paycheck in a 2-hour workday. And then what keeps you accountable is what I was going to talk about earlier, is your community challenges. So I highly recommend that if you do purchase this program, that you jump in and do the 90-day legacy run. It started in April, but it actually does not matter. You can start it at any time. I started it later than everyone else because I started later in April. And I've been doing it. And every day I watch these short little trainings, anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. And she teaches you a few things. She gets your mindset in check. She sees where you're at. You can write notes down. You can screenshot things. She gives you challenges to do that day and then see what shows up for you. And this is getting you to look at how you can make 30K in 90 days. So that's 10K a month. Okay. It took me, and I'm so stoked with this, like I got 10.9K in 10 weeks. So it was a little under that 10K a month. But we're learning and earning, and we're learning at our own pace. So I've got my next challenge for July in place. And so now I'm going to hand it over to you and see if you've got any questions for me about this.
Stop the recording, Danielle? Is that all right?
Did you want me to?
Yeah, I don't want to be
private?
on
Okay,
recording.
cool. No worries. All right. So if anyone has any, I'll just talk to the ethers. If anyone has any questions about this webinar, or you'd like to do a one-on-one coaching call with me, 15 minutes, like a discovery call, if you have any questions about this program, which is what I did when I purchased. I did the webinar, I listened to it, and then I went and had a private call because I had some questions that were burning for me. So thank you for listening tonight. And I hope this has delivered you some valuable information. And I look forward to contributing to you and your business sometime in the future. And I will stop the recording.